doing, my man?
Oh man,
you alright?
Pleasure to be in the show with you.
Thank you, mate.
Let's just go straight back to it, and like it was just saying a couple of minutes ago, the earliest tune I found of yours was like from '98. So is there anything like previous to that?
No, that was the first tune. The first tune that I released was a track on Trouble on vinyl called Photon. And yeah, I think it's probably 98, 99. I was really young as my first tune. Got a bit of help from a big producer called Stacker.
Right.
And he kind of showed me the ropes really with production and everything, and it all went from there really.
Was you DJing before that?
Yeah, I used to but you know, that was just starting out, trying to get, I'd be lucky if I get a tenner, do you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Because quite a few of the older stories and that are from like your earlier days when you were doing like using 3 and 4 decks and things like that. You know, a lot of people.
Oh yeah, well I mean the 3 deck thing didn't actually come into play with me till about 2007.
Right, a lot later.
Yeah, and then now I'm just, you know, I play digitally on 4 CDJs now. And yeah, it's all good basically. Yeah, it's just the way I suppose technology's progressed.
Well, I was saying before, it's like I thought it was more jungle orientated, but you're saying it's not really jungle orientated.
No, not really. I used to go out in the jungle days. I never kind of made it until 2004, 2005 probably. It's when I won a couple of awards in the drum and bass scene, and things just sort of came from there. And you know, I've just been grafting constantly from then and trying to, you know, build everything up and keep doing my thing.
You know, it's what we see today really with Shogun Audio, which is like absolutely huge.
Brilliant, yeah, thanks, man.
Some of the tunes, all the tunes that are coming out there are just like, wow.
Yeah.
I mean, so was that a conscious decision to make them that sort of...
When I started the label, it was just for a bit of fun. It was like, okay, well, you know, I think it was probably 5 years ago. What are we talking about? Probably 7 years ago. And I was coming through, like I say, it was probably 2005 time. I was coming through as a DJ at that point, and it was like, I want to have my own label. I want to do it different to other people. So I was just putting tracks out that I really liked. And you know, there were guys like Alex Perez, etc., who were sending me tracks, you know, up-and-coming artists making different types of drum and bass. And I was like, you know what, I'm just going to put the music out that I like, and just run with it. And it, you know, it seemed to go down well, and yeah, it's carried on from there. You know, we've sort of turned now into a more multi sort of genre label, doing different tempos. You've got guys like Rockwell on there and Icicle doing different stuff, Prototypes, and you know, my stuff. We're doing a bit, you know, really kind of open the scope of what the label does now. But I love it. I love the label, you know.
So was it a conscious decision, like you're saying before, to make different music? I know it's music that you like, but did you really want to make it different to what you was hearing, or you just wanted more control over the music that you want?
Yeah, I just wanted to have a label that I could put what I wanted to do. Just, you know, yeah, that sounds a bit different. I'm gonna put that out. Do you know what I mean? That was it, really. That was the vibe.
What tune that sticks in my mind is Reverse Engineering.
Oh, that was Reverse Engineering. That wasn't actually on my label. That was the first one of the first Rockwell tracks, with literally where it's all programmed back.
Yeah.
Crazy. I mean, he's an absolute genius.
You know, people that's thinking way outside the box. Where you know, I seen people kicking off over that tune.
Really?
You know, there was Twitter beef and everything about that. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Because people didn't really understand. It's like, it's not really drum and bass. And what is this? You know,
yeah, that was one of his first sort of tracks that he had out properly, I think, and yeah, it was amazing. Exactly. That was one of the tracks that we were like, okay, wow, that's pretty crazy, man. Do you know what I mean?
So tell us a bit about the radio show, the Radio 1 Extra, and
I got the Radio 1 show about 6 months ago, and then obviously taken over from the legends, thank you, that are Fabio and Groove Rider.
Massive.
And I've just, you know, it was totally unexpected. It happened very quickly, and you know, I've just been sort of pushing it. We've been promoted to Saturday nights now, and we get dual broadcasted on 1 Extra.
Wow.
So it's like a simulcast. So we're on Radio 1, 1 Extra Saturday night. So I wasn't expecting that at all, and it's going really well. You know, just very, very proud and pleased with it, basically.
Is it the same format that you're using, or you brought something a bit different to the actual show?
I mean, I just try and just program. You know, I didn't want to try and compete with Fabio and Groove Rider on the banter scale, because there's no point doing that. Do you know what I mean? My thing was just, you know, now I'm just playing a broad spectrum of D&B and just trying to represent all the styles and just, you know, do a strong radio show.
what's next for you now? Is there an album?
Yeah, I'm trying to write an album at the moment. It's just taking longer than expected. I just there's a remix that I did for Feed Me that's just come out of his new single. And my next single's out end of January, February time, which is just going to be like a big drum and bass smasher, basically.
There's one thing that we've noticed as well as being Shogun, you don't just like put tracks out, you know, you really take the time with each track that you put out.
Try and give them, you know, what they deserve, and make sure that they get the backing and they get the promotion that they need to be as successful as possible. Because you know, a lot of people, you know, there's music out there that people don't know about. And we don't really want that. We want to make sure that the tracks that we have, people know about and they're out there. And you know, it's a big job. I've got to big up Dave and Keir in the office that do a great job with promoting everything at the label.
So how many artists have you got on the Shogun audio?
We've got 6 now, 6 signed artists, and obviously there's a lot of other artists that we work with as well. You know, we've had releases from Spore, Noisier, D-Bridge, people like that. You know, so yeah.
So any like collabs that you or any sort of anyone that you really want to work with?
There's I'm doing a big collab at the moment, which I'm not going to start going on and say the names.
No sneak previews, nothing.
I've worked with a good friend of mine, producer. He's pretty big in the game, and we're just getting some vocals for a track that we've done together. Very different. Kind of like a mixture of drum and bass and dubstep kind of thing.
Right.
And yeah, that will be sort of happening soon. Yeah, my new single will be ready to go. And I've just, you know, I don't really like to talk about collabs until they're there and they're recorded and the paperwork's done.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Just in case.
You never know. You know what I mean?
So about videos as well, music videos. Let's say
yeah, there'll be a video of the next single, of course, everything. Yeah. There's actually going to be. I've got a YouTube page that's been really worked on at the moment. We've done like a little tour video of the summer of me and Linguistics out on the tour and going to festivals and everything. That, you know, just constantly having stuff out there, man. You know what I mean?
Legend Stray video, I've got to say that's a sick video.
I love that video, yeah.
There's a lot of people there that said they're not sure whether it's I've not seen it, but Brofist or something. Is it like a film or something?
Okay.
So a lot of people thinking that it's clips. Me personally, I think it's Fight Club. It reminds me of Fight Club. You know?
I know what you mean. It's kind of that vibe, yeah.
So definitely. Can you put people out the minds and just, do you actually know yourself where you can actually say like it's actually taken?
Do you know what? I don't know the inspiration from it. We just kind of like, as far as what would happen with my involvement is I get pitched to.
Right,
so it's like, right, Ed, we've got these 3 stories, which one do you want to go with? And I'm like, yeah, that one's good. And it's like that, and then it comes out, and it's quite good. My manager at the time, he was actually in the video, he was the guy on the door, because they needed a last minute person to fill in, so he actually did that, so he's the guy on the door, and it's funny, yeah, but really good, yeah, do you know what I mean? It's nice to have a video. It's great to have videos with music now, it's very important.
Yeah, of course it is. Do you think that's an added dimension that was lacking before? Because I know a lot of people's like putting out really good music, but no videos.
Yeah, well, it has to be done now. It has to be done. You know, you've got to market the music and release it in the best way possible.
And the whole package now, you can't
exactly,
just swap and change any like you used to be able to back in the day. So let's take it to the future. In fact, no, I want to talk about the equipment that you use, because the tracks that I need to know. Just me personally, I've got to know.
Yeah.
So tell us a bit about the equipment that you use.
I've always used Logic. Basically, well, in the old days I used to use like an Akai and Cubase, but as far as
sampler.
Yeah, that was like when I first started, and then since everything went digital, I've always just done everything in Logic with different plugins and stuff.
Do you use a lot of outboards?
No, nothing.
No,
nothing.
That's incredible.
Yeah. No, it's just that's it. Just all, you know. I don't really. It's nice. I've got, you know, people. I know D-Bridge, you know. Nero, a lot of guys use a lot of outboard stuff.
Yeah,
Zinc still uses a lot of outboard stuff, but you know, no, it's not something that I do. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, it's all in the computer, man.
So you obviously have used analog before.
Yeah, I've used it. Yeah, before.
Do you find it digital easier, or do you still like
it's you can take it away with you. Do you know what I mean? It's just a lot easier to write a tune, you know, in that way. But it's hard enough me finding time to get in the studio as it is, let alone actually like sourcing outboard stuff, and you know, I just get an idea and it's just got to be banged out. Yeah.
So let's move on to the future. What can we expect from?
Just what from the label. There's loads of stuff coming. The next release is a Prototypes release, and we'll have a Rockwell release, and then an Alex Perez LP. You know, you know, keep a broad spectrum of music basically. And that's about it really, just continuing to just blast it all out.
Well, Friction, we wish you all the best, mate.
Alright, thank you very much.
Be someone for me. You just gotta be someone for me. Must be somebody that's got what I need. You just gotta be someone for me.
Elek Tronique.